And I'm here tonight because I was involved in Festival UnBound and coordinated last Saturday's Festival UnBound Homecoming, which was held at the library. It was a phenomenal program. So today, I was actually thinking about Festival UnBound as I was walking my doggie around the south side of Bethlehem, walking through. They were setting up for Oktoberfest that's going on, and I started thinking, oh, and then I walked by, the ice skating rink, and there's a bar there, so they're setting up too. And I thought about this, and I've sort of commented at other gatherings we've had. I said, wow, there's not really a place where people of color who look like me gather in this town.
She's right about that.
And, I go to the Levitt, so I go to places all the time. And whenever I walk by that place, especially in the summer, I'm like, they have never had a band of color, ever. The times that I've walked by, which have been many times.
You're talking ice rink stage.
Ice rink, yeah. And so then I think about the Levitt, I think about Harvest Fest, and I think I made some of these comments the other night, some of you weren't there. But so when I think about Bethlehem, and I've been here now a long time, I worked at Lehigh University, Deborah Sakarakis and I worked closely together to bring all kinds of cultural programs. One of the things that occurred was we were able to get many more members of the Black community out. Maybe it was because I was there. They were interested in the programs. Deborah and I worked together. We connected with that population. But I still wonder today, like I'm here, I'm involved, I'm coming out to support, and I think that it's important to have a presence, because if you don't have a presence, you can't make a change, and you can't, no one is going to invite you to the table to have the conversation. So I understand that part. So I'm, continuing to think about, as we look into the future, how do we engage and make our world a truly more, what I call, more inclusive community. And last night I talked about how do I and others and other allies help to get folks to develop a critical consciousness so that when you're doing a program, you're making sure that you're including the other, and whoever that other is, at the table, in the performance. Who is the, we have to do better, because I'm like, how do I get my community to come out? Now, I don't know, they might not like folk music, I don't know. I don't know,
Honey Lead Belly, good. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, there are people, but I'm just, this is really on my mind, particularly I've been so involved, and I come to things, but after being here all of these years, it is still a majority community governed by majority people, and all the arts are still majority dominated. And don't engage other voices to be at the table. Even, Thursdays over in that area on Main Street. Hardly any people of color, right, ever perform there. I mean, so there's this whole, it's as though there's this invisibility that occurs. Music Fest, there's an invisibility. The Latino, So, there are a lot of people who sing R&B, but I'm like, okay, so how come no people who look like me, who were the people who really sang these songs? But, at once upon a time, we're limited to only singing in a certain type of a venue because they were not the right color. But now all these people have appropriated their music, and they're singing, and they're here, and they come every year, and I'm thinking, well, where are the people that look like me who can really throw down on this music better than, no, I'm only kidding. But I'm done, but I'm just saying this as we have this conversation, to remember that there is a level of invisibility that exists throughout the entire Lehigh Valley, but especially in Bethlehem, no matter what side you are on. There's a level of invisibility, and I'm like, where can I ever go to hear people? So last Saturday, that's why when Kamalo played at Cole, I was like ecstatic. I said, because this is the only time I will be able to go out and see somebody who looks like me, who is playing this phenomenal music. And that's very sad.